Welcome to Trendverse by Uzma Amin, your destination for the latest trends in AI, online earning, blogging, finance, technology, and future skills. If you want to stay ahead, learn smarter, and grow faster in the digital world, you're in the right place. Subscribe to join our growing community. Like and share to support valuable content. Turn on notifications so you never miss what's next. Let's learn, earn, and grow together.
You've probably seen those ads, right? The ones promising you can make some extra cash just by messing around on your phone. Well, today we're taking a close look at one of those platforms. It's called Testbirds. The idea is super simple. You test digital stuff and you get paid. But here's the real question. Does it actually deliver?
I mean, it sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? Getting paid to use apps and websites? So we're going to dig in and find out if this is a real deal side hustle or just a waste of time. Let's break it all down.
Okay, so first things first. What even is Testbirds? Let's pull back the curtain and see what this platform is all about.
So at its core, Testbirds is a platform that connects regular people, like you and me, with companies that need their digital products tested. You're not just scrolling randomly. You're basically a bug hunter. Companies pay for a fresh set of eyes to find all the glitches, the confusing buttons, the frustrating stuff before it goes live to millions of users. You're that final line of defense. All right, so you get the what. Now let's get into the how. What does it actually look like to go from signing up to hopefully getting that cash in your account? The whole process is actually pretty straightforward. First, you sign up and fill out your profile. And listen, this part is super important. You need to be really specific about the devices you have, your exact phone, your laptop, everything, because that's how they match you to jobs. Once you're set up, you just wait. When a test comes up that fits your profile, you'll get an invitation. Then you get to do the fun part. You test the app or website, following whatever directions they give you. And finally, you have to report back what you found, documenting any bugs, and just giving your honest thoughts on the whole experience. Okay, so that all sounds pretty simple, right? But now we're at the part that, let's be honest, everyone is waiting for. The big one. Let's just cut right to it. You've spent your time, you've done the work, you've submitted your report. Does the money actually land in your bank account? And the answer is yes. It is a totally legitimate platform. Testbirds absolutely pays its testers. But, and this is a big but, you only get paid for work that is completed correctly and gets approved by the client. So, as long as you follow the instructions and submit a decent report, you can be pretty confident that you're going to get paid for your time. So, it's legit. That's great news. But that doesn't mean you should go quit your day job tomorrow. Now we need to talk about managing your expectations and what earning on Testbirds looks like in reality. I think this slide says it all. The dream is this steady stream of tests, right? A reliable little online income you can count on. But the reality is often a lot more unpredictable. You might get a bunch of invitations one week and then crickets for the next couple of weeks. It really can vary. So why is it so hit or miss? Well, it really comes down to these three things. First, your profile details. Your age, where you live, your interests, all that stuff matters for targeting. Second, the devices you own are huge. If a company is testing an app for the newest iPhone, they're not going to send an invite to someone with an Android. And finally, it's just about supply and demand. Sometimes there just aren't any projects looking for someone with your specific profile. All right, so we've looked at what it is, how it works, and what the money situation is really like. So that brings us to the big finish, the final verdict. Is Testbirds actually worth your time? One of the sources put it perfectly with this quote. It says, Testbirds is best seen as a side income opportunity, not a full-time income source. And that really hits the nail on the head. If you're someone who genuinely thinks it's fun to poke around new apps and find what's broken, this can be a cool way to make some extra pocket money. But if you need something stable and reliable to pay the bills, this probably isn't it. So in the end, it really comes down to you and what you're looking for. Think about it. You're basically getting paid for something you might do for free anyway, just exploring new tech. The real question isn't just about Testbirds. It's about your own priorities. Is a little extra cash here and there worth your time? That's for you to decide.